All right, hey everybody, welcome back. Another news feed here for you. This one ranking the most efficient trucks in America by gas mileage. Pretty interesting. We're going to breeze through it pretty fast, but this tells you the gas mileage for each vehicle, each truck, which is pretty impressive. So a tie for fourth place. There's a tie between a Tacoma, the Ford Ranger, the F-150, and a Ram 1500. When we put that into perspective, it's pretty interesting to just note that a Tacoma, a Ranger, a 150, and a Ram 1500 are all hitting in at 23 MPGs based on motor, a little variation, but they're all coming right in at this general area for all four of these different trucks. And they list them right here for you. If you get the Tacoma and you get it with the turbo hybrid, here's your MPGs, 23, 24, 23. If you get it without the hybrid and it's a two-wheel drive, here's your numbers here. If you get the Tacoma with the turbo and two-wheel drive, what is the difference here between those? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, there's that one. And then the Ford Ranger, if you get the Ranger, you're coming in at these numbers right here. You can see they're all basically hitting pretty close. F-150, the only number that matters to me really is the highway one. That's the one that interests me the most. But you can see in here, and then the Ram 1500 coming in right in there as well too. Now this is based on the 3.6. This is based on the 3.5 turbo hybrid for this one. These are not all of the models, but you can see what you can get max out of these. Moving on to number 3, the Santa Cruz gets 25 MPGs, taking that third place spot. Very, very nice. And did it say what number 5? These were all tied for fourth place. What was fifth place? They don't give us a fifth place? We don't get a fifth place. So apparently, because we don't get them. So anyway, we're starting at 4. We're going to 3. And then we go down to number 2 is also a tie with the Silverado and the Sierra because they're both the same truck. Coming in at 26 MPGs. And they're going to give it to you right here. And they're going to break it down. The 3-liter turbo diesel can achieve 29 on the highway. Okay, that is very impressive. And they don't give you any of the other ones here, but that's very impressive. And the Maverick is coming in at number 1 at 38 MPGs, and that is getting, that's with the 2.5-liter 4-cylinder and electric motor, manages to put it right in there at 42, 35, 38. And if you add the all-wheel drive, it's still getting 40 miles per gallon. That is pretty impressive. This is incredible numbers on this amazing little pickup truck. Love what the Maverick does. So that's very impressive right there, too. Says if you go for the more powerful 250 horsepower Maverick Turbo, it comes out to 23 to 25 MPG, so you're dropping a little bit. Still a great truck. Moving on from there, this one right here. Now, if you have a third-gen Tacoma, many people do not understand this button and what it actually does. So this article lays it out good for you. In a nutshell, quick and easy, it's a tow haul mode, but they don't call it that. Okay, the third gen Tacoma is the truck we're talking about, not the new fourth gen. You're in a situation where you need to get most out of your output, such as pulling a trailer heading up in the hills or accelerating onto an expressway. This is where the ECT power button comes into play. You guys know it as the ECT button. Many people don't know what it means. It stands for Electronic Control Transmission Power. It's been in Toyota since 1981 when they first started doing this stuff. The third gen, the 16 through 23 Tacoma, the ECT power button, an actual physical button, not hidden in a touchscreen. It's right there where it should be. It is literally right here, this button, ECT power. For all practical purposes, it is a tow haul mode. It does the same thing as tow haul. What does tow haul do? The same thing we're about to tell you. But it's because it's the same concept. Okay, this is what tow haul does, and ECT power is tow haul. Simply put, the engaging the ECT power button tells the transmission's computer to let the engine rev a little higher before it shifts into the next gear. It holds the shift points longer. Okay, this delivers more power because generally speaking, an engine kept at the same number of RPM makes more torque with a lower gear than a higher one. Now, you have to keep in mind a lower gear actually means it's a higher gear ratio for, I get these confused constantly to the point where I don't even try anymore. You know, high gear low means a low gear. I don't even mess with it anymore, but they're going to show you. Example, using simple numbers to make it easy, let's say your first gear ratio is a 5-to-1 in this case. The engine would have to revolve 5 times to turn the wheels once. For a higher gear with a lower 2.1 or 2-to-1 ratio, the wheels only turn once for every 2 engine revelations. Okay, see, it changes here. It's all about the RPMs. Next, assuming the transmission normally shifts from first to second gear when the engine reaches 3,000 RPM, the ECT power button will raise that to 3,500 RPMs. The result with the ECTM power button activated is that the engine can spend more time running at that lower gear, the 5-to-1 ratio, applying 5 revolutions for torque for every 1 wheel rotation, rather than shifting to the next gear where it's going to lug the engine. And that's basically what it is. And it's so it's basically tow haul mode. Now the 4th gen Tacoma, it doesn't have this feature. There is no more ECT button. And the reason for it is people didn't understand it. ECT power. People are like, they don't understand what that even means. But in today's world, they understand tow haul mode. So the new one, the technology, or the 2024 newer one, it actually has a actual legit tow haul mode. Optimized for the new Tacoma's maximum pulling potential. Admittedly, declines 300 pounds from 2023, but there's a dedicated tow haul mode for the also new 8-speed automatic transmission. Like ECT power, tow haul mode lets the engine rev higher before changing the gears. Sometimes that's really noticeable on long grades and mountains, and it also helps with engine braking. Okay, it's going to hold the gears longer is what this thing is going to do for you. So very good. Last one on our thing right here. Ram's long-awaited midsize truck is confirmed for 2027. We are not staying on here for long. We finally got a clear answer during his fireside chat. Kepler announced at the Autumn Conference on Thursday. Filosa confirmed that the much-anticipated Ram midsize truck is officially coming in 2027. Okay, right around the corner, 2027. Rumors have swirled. We've talked about this in the past, all that kind of stuff. But it says it's going to make a statement and it's going to be nice. Okay, but it says right here, 2 weeks ago in our design center in Detroit, I saw the truck itself. Not only sketches and designs, but the clay model, he said, and it's beautiful. So it's out there. They're already making it. He even joked with investors and invited them to Detroit to see it for themselves under one condition. No phones, no cameras. If you want to come to Detroit, we'll show it to you without cell phones or cameras, and you will be, I believe, astonished, he quipped. With the kind of confidence it signals important, how important it is for Ram's future. So very, very cool that we're getting this mid-size truck and that it is going to be a full body on frame. We know that it is going to be lower cost than the Ram 1500, obviously, and it's going to be here. It's going to compete against the the Ford Ranger, the Colorado, and the Tacoma. So here again, body on frame. We know that for sure. And so it's going to be a pretty sweet truck. I'm excited for it. And coming in 2027. Now, as far as where it's going to be built, Stellantis initially announced that the truck would be produced at the Belvidere plant in Illinois, a factory that has been idled, but industry chatter suggests final decision isn't set in stone. Other possibilities could be the Toledo Jeep plant, where the Wrangler and the Gladiator is made, even the Warren truck plant in Michigan, which is underutilized body-on-frame capacity. Moving product away from Belvidere would free that plant up for unibody models if they decide to put other ones in there, giving Stellantis more flexibility. But still, Belvidere remains a strong candidate, especially given that the current administration focuses on U.S.-based auto production. So we at least know that there's a real good odds that this is going to be made here in the U.S. So we're very excited about it, very pumped up. Now they talk about there's a new one, the South American Dakota is here, but it's based on the Fiat. That's not what we're getting. It says instead the North American midsize Ram will be larger, built in the U.S., and tuned for the demands of this market. Whether it revives the Dakota name or goes in a new direction remains to be unseen, but one thing is certain, it will be its own truck. None of this other stuff that they got, because they got the Ram 1200, they got this new Dakota, they got a bunch of the Ram Rampage. None of that is what we're getting. This truck is ground up 100% American, and I am excited to see what they do. So by committing to a 2027 launch, Filosa is sending a clear message. Ram is ready to re-enter the midsize market with a real truck, built the right way, and priced to win. Love it. Very, very excited. So hopefully that's what we got happening. Any questions and comments on this or on the ECT power button or on the gas mileages, anything you got, put them below. Thanks for watching.